Good evening everybody, welcome back to the 120th. Today we're out in the workshop and we are talking about glue. Specifically, what glue to use to stick down or re-stick down the leatherette on your vintage cameras. This is my trusty Bronica S2A, and as you can see, it's the leatherette is really starting to peel away in a few places. So I'm planning to reskin this all together. I'm planning to get rid of this old leatherette and replace it with a whole new one. So for that, I've been trying to work out what is the right glue to use to stick down the new leatherette, and it seems to be something of a bone of contention. There seem to be 100 different opinions around the internet about what is the right glue to use. So I figured the best thing I could do is take all of those suggestions, everything that people online have suggested be used, and test it all. Now, the glue that you use to stick down a leatherette actually needs to be quite specific because there are certain jobs that it needs to do. Number one is that when you put the leatherette, when you apply the glue, put the leatherette onto the body, it kind of needs to be movable for a short period of time to make sure you can get it fully lined up. Whatever glue you use also needs to hold firm for several years. It needs to not destroy the leatherette. It needs to not destroy the camera. But it also needs to be removable. You need to be able to take the leatherette off again at some point. Because invariably almost all cameras are hiding stuff underneath the leatherette. Usually a lot of screws that you need to get at to dismantle the camera are covered by the leatherette, and therefore you want it to stay on, but you also want it to come off when you want it to. Plyo Bond is generally accepted to be what the manufacturers use. I certainly can't find anything that's specifically called Plyo Bond here in the UK. But as I understand it, Plyo Bond is a type of contact adhesive. So I've got hold of several different contact adhesives, or pretty much everything I can get my hands on. I'm going to try them all, and we're going to try them in a few different ways, according to manufacturer's instructions, and we'll try it not according to manufacturer's instructions, and see which one works best. So here we go. I actually have 11 different types of glue that I'm going to test today. This is the material I plan to be using. Quite like it. I have a strip of aluminium, which I normally use to cut lens boards from. Now, the body of the S2A is chrome plated stainless steel, so it's not exactly the same, but it's a non-porous metal, so it should serve the same purpose for now. So we'll start with the Guerrilla glue. Alright then, so I'm going to do as the manufacturer suggests, apply to both sides. So spread fairly evenly across there and spread across aluminum, I should say. We'll leave that to dry a bit. And in fact, the next one that I'm going to do is the same thing, contact adhesive, not according to the manufacturer's instructions. So, same again. Put that to one side. Now this one I'm going to stick down straight away. So spread it a bit. Here we go. Should really have gloves on. Right, let's put this top one on. I mean, that definitely forms a stronger bond instantly. Next up is the old Superglue. Try to find a small piece for this because I'm fairly certain we're not going to use this. Fairly well spread. Oh, this is bloody typical Superglue. Super glue. Okay, next we'll do this one. This is something that was recommended by somebody online. Elmer's School PVA glue. And then we're gonna do strong PVA medium. And let's stick that one there. Let's go with the no-nonsense spray contact adhesive. Do this one next. Wow, okay, and then we're going to stick it down. Oh, it's bubbling, there's a reaction going on. Okay, next up, another contact adhesive, this one Bostick. Leave until the glue is just tacky, approximately 4 minutes at room temperature. Okay, let's put that over there, and then we'll just give this a little spread as well. Is this tacky yet? Yeah, I think so. Alright, there we go. Right, next up is E6000 Plus. A few blobs along there. I'm not going to spread this one because it says to make the surfaces. Okay, and then we're going to peel the surfaces apart. And it says wait 5 minutes. Next up, Yuhu all-purpose power. Apparently, when dry to touch, after 10 minutes, press together briefly and firmly. Yuhu. Right, I am now going to apply the E6000. Now, the next thing we're going to try, double-sided tape. We're going to do first apply. Now I'm going to cut around it to a certain extent, and I am now going to peel away the other side of the double-sided tape. Ah, here we go. Got a corner. Okay, and then double-sided tape. No, oh, I haven't still put the Yuhu down. Let's put the Yuhu down. Right then, here is the finished product. So we've got, from the top, Guerrilla glue, used according to manufacturer instructions. Guerrilla glue, not according to manufacturer's instructions. Superglue, Elmer's PVA, strong PVA, spray glue, Bostick contact, E6000, Yuhu contact, double-sided tape, double-sided tape. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how those come out. I'm going to put them in a safe place, away from the kids, so they don't get tinkered with, and come back in Wednesday, Thursday, probably a bit more than 24 hours, and then we'll have a tug at them with a pair of pliers and see which one is the most appropriate. Not the strongest, which one's the most appropriate. So I'm going to put that down. Right then, here we are for the results. It has been probably more like a week actually. I was going to give it 24 hours, but it's been probably about a week. So plenty of time for this stuff to cure properly. I am now going to go through these one by one. I'm going to see how the stick is first of all, see how good that feels. Then I'm going to try and pull it with my fingers, see if I can get it off, and then if it's a struggle I'll use a pair of pliers. Obviously what we're looking for is, it needs to be a good stick, but kind of removable fairly easily and without destroying the leatherette. So the first one at the top is the Gorilla Glue clear contact adhesive. The very top one is I attached according to the instructions. It's a good solid bond, it's not moving. So let's try and take it off. So here we go. Oh Jesus. So that's not bad actually. Let's now try same glue, Guerrilla clear contact adhesive. This one applied not according to the instructions, so this was just jammed on. Oh god, if anything, it's a bloody stronger bond than with the. That's pretty good actually. That comes off pretty cleanly. I don't have it here, but this, next up is the super glue, plain old super glue. There it is. Ah. So that's wow. Yeah, so that is it's completely breaking apart. If you look, bits of the leatherette are ripping off. See if I can even get it all off. Wow, I would not want this to be stuck to my camera. So I think the Superglue has actually had quite a negative effect on the Leatherette actually. I'm going to stop with that now. Don't use Superglue, whatever you do. Jesus. Right, next up, Elmer's School PVA. So, I expect this one's going to come off pretty easily, but let's have a look. Yeah. Still sticky underneath actually. I mean, it's a relatively strong bond, you know, it was fairly well held, but definitely comes off easily. So I think if a corner of that starts to lift with the Elmer's glue on it, I think the rest of it's going to come off pretty quickly. So that one's probably not for me, I don't think. Next up is the strong Art Pva. This one, I suspect this one will be similar. I don't think PVAs are, you know, generally designed to stand up to much punishment. So here we go. Oh, actually, it's a pretty strong bond. It's not bad at all. Wow. That's pretty good. Quite impressed by that. Next one is a spray adhesive, which I'm not, it took ages to stick down. It was really wet. But let's have a look. Not bad actually. I think not as good as the PVA, the strong PVA. Plus it's really sticky. Yuck. Yeah, not convinced about that one. Next up, Bostick contact adhesive. Here it is. Let's give this a go. Wow, that is, again, we did this according to the manufacturer's instructions, and that is a really tight bond. Yeah, so let's get a pair of pliers on that. Let's see what happens. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, a lot of it's coming off on the... Yeah, it's broken up a little bit, so that's just too strong. Too strong. E6000. E6000 Plus. Crystal clear. Which is another contact adhesive. Similar formula to the rest of them. That's another one that's recommended. Oh, this one's not bad. So a good strong stick, but with a kind of moderate amount of effort. Comes off. And it is clear, kind of gummy, not too sticky. So that's quite a good one actually. E6000. Next up is the Yuhu flexible and transparent all-purpose power. So here we go. Corner here. Oh, wow, that's tough. Yeah, so this I think is similar to Bostick. Probably a bit too much. Okay. Yeah, that's left a lot of the leatherette on here. You can see the patterning from the back. So a little bit too much, I'd say. Next up are the two tapes. And remember, these are the ones I kind of hope will work because if they do, then it's going to be a very easy application, and it's, you know, uniform. I think that's pretty good, you know. That's pretty good. And even that with there was a split in that, and it hasn't torn it. Now, it's mostly stayed on here, which is interesting, because obviously another important factor here is whether or not we're going to be able to get the adhesive off the camera, and whether it will clean up. Certainly not coming off easily. So that was that tape. My brand. We've now got this one, which is the Tessa tape. I don't know. Now, interestingly, so that's all coming off on the Leatherette. That actually sticks down again. I think it might be the tape, you know. Come off very clean, but it's all on here. I wonder if you can then get the tape off here. How about that? Ready for reapplication. Well, I think we have a winner, to be honest, because you can pre-apply it. So you could put sticky tape, double-sided tape, all across the bit of leatherette that you're working with. Then cut it so you know that you have a completely kind of uniform spread. You can then peel away the backing, stick it down, and it looks like that is going to come off pretty easily, leaving your leatherette completely untouched, and the metal just needing a clean. That really has worked really well. I'm happy with that. That E6000 was very good as well. Impressed with that. Superglue, big no-no. Don't use superglue, whatever you do. PVA I don't think is strong enough. Spray was a bit rubbish. Everybody has different ideas as to what is the right stuff, what is the best stuff to use to stick down your leatherette. So no doubt I'll get panned in the comments. Oh, you didn't try this, you didn't try that. I don't want to go and buy every glue on the market. There are potentially many different answers to the question. The most important thing is you're sticking it down with something that you're happy with, and that it's going to do what you need it to do, which is a quite unique job. You need it to stick down, be completely firm, not peel at the corners, and yet peel off whenever you ask it to. So, there we go. Hope you found this useful. Bye now.